Hey there, everybody. There is always something going on in the garden, but at the same time, the garden is never in a hurry. It always seems like the garden knows exactly where it wants to be. And so what I've been trying to do really is spend some time just in the garden, not planting, not doing a particular project, but just relaxing and being and just kind of exploring the garden to see, well, what is growing right now. Plus, I'd love to hear from you. What's going on in your garden? What have you been noticing? One thing that I've definitely noticed has been with the garden ponds. We have a couple of ponds, and this is the time of year where the frogs start showing up and the ponds start waking up after the winter. And I am a really big fan of having some kind of water, like a pond, in the garden. I've done a couple of videos before about that, and I will leave a link down below in the description for a video where I talk about why I love having a pond in the garden. And so it's a really fun, really neat time to just go into the garden and take a breath. And it's easy to forget to do that. And so I've been really trying to make sure I get out here a little bit every day just to be in the garden. And so I wanted to take you along with me, and I wanted to show you what we have growing. Yeah, look at this. These are great. That's the native lupine. And they weren't blooming the other day. I like these better than the kind you get at the garden center, quite honestly. Oh, did you see? The baptisia is just, I mean, it's not blooming, but it's just getting there. But it's like, you have these so it's been growing and you get these unassuming little stalks of brown, and they don't look like anything. And then all of a sudden, start getting the leaves to come out of, start emerging from that. It's a beautiful contrast. And then of course, when they're actually in full flower, they're beautiful. They're not even there yet, and I like them. So the peonies are coming along. I lost count. I counted them the other day when there was less stuff grown in about where they are. So this one's looking good. So there's one here, that's got a few buds. There's one here, and I don't see any buds on it yet. But there are a couple over there that have buds. And then, oh, the euphorbia, I didn't see this. And this peony, it's got so many buds on it this year. And so this peony, so many flowers. And I'm really happy with this. I love the single flower form. I just think it's so pretty with the white petals. This one's done really well because I think this is probably maybe the second or third season for this one. There's the rhododendron flower. It looks like two paired right next to each other. And there's a bee. Oh. See, this is why I like the open form peony, because it's so easy for the bees to get in there. And I do like the shape, but that's perfect. That's why I have these. And then if I can go in, step over the oregano. It's so fluffy. And, oh, yep, the mayaples are still blooming. It's such a fun flower. What's nice is, and actually quite unintentional, is the flower forms are kind of similar between the mayapple and this peony. Totally not planned. Not at all. But it's cool. All right. Sometimes things start to grow on top of each other. So I've got, well, the tall plant, this is flat top goldenrod, and then buried beneath it, I've got heuchera, and I love the heuchera with the dark veining. But hey, this is okay because, well, this goldenrod is just gonna run wherever it wants to run, but that's fine. It's easy to take it out of wherever it is. And I mean, the heuchera is not too bothered right now, but it will. When I have a chance, I'll just rip up some of this goldenrod. I don't need all of this anyway, and give the heuchera a bit more sunlight. These irises, again, I love how so unassuming they are, because you get the tall leaves and then you just get these little narrow flowers that start to emerge. And it's like, if you can glance at it and not realize that the flowers are getting closer. And then you look at it again, you're like, oh, wait a minute. There's a million blooms here. The milkweed is loving this. This isn't exactly where we want this, though. So what am I going to do about the fact that they're here? I mean, they're this one here this one's probably going to have to get taken out because it is kind of in this border that we have here between the grass and the bed. And these don't, I mean, honestly, these don't belong here. And so I will do something about it. And I'll probably take these out because there's a ton of milkweed. There's a cluster right here. It's just not where, these are not where I want them, so I might move them. Or might just dig these up. It's not that big a deal when I get around to it. Yeah, the catman hedge is awesome because they started off as these little balls, and there was space between them, and now it is completely filled in. There's a full border that turns the corner, and now they're blooming too. And just like that, like we didn't do anything, we just watched it, and that's all it took, and now it's doing its thing. It makes such a nice border. I really do love this because, I mean, a flowering border, what's better than that? These plants, nothing was here when we started this. This is all just grass. So, of course, we did work to put things in, but we were deliberate about some of the things that we were putting in. We wanted things like, we wanted self-seeding perennials, or things that we knew would kind of spread in this area, like the milkweed that we have here. Like, we didn't plant all these as individual milkweed, and they're kind of doing their thing. There's more goldenrod in here than we know what to do with, but the goldenrod is awesome because the bees absolutely love it. So it can spread, and it's taken in this spot, and it's doing its thing. The border here, like, yeah, these are all individual plants, but these were all divided perennials, and I think some of these were like a third or even a quarter of the original plant that it came from. Just like a small little thing, and so planting them was no big deal. Just take the parent plant and chop bits off and stick those in the ground. And yeah, we had to keep them watered if it wasn't going to be raining much. But this is the return on that, and it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much time. It doesn't take much overall energy or other resources to do this. But then once you do that, you don't have to do anything else with this. There's so very little maintenance that has to go on here, and this kind of takes care of itself. I'm not going to be in here doing any weeding at all. We put effort into it, but at the same time, we didn't do it like all at once. We have been working on this bit by bit so that it doesn't become so overwhelming, so it doesn't become a chore that we don't want to do. It's just like doing the amount of gardening that feels good, that you enjoy, and then over time you get to something like this, or whatever you have envisioned for what your garden can kind of be for you. So thank you very, very much for watching. Consider subscribing or clicking that like button. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Join us as we really try to get back to gardening on our own terms. And until next time, I wish you all happy gardening.